All right. Hey, everybody. Um, welcome in. If you're watching this video, welcome in and to the game. The Great American Experience happens once again. And I'm the Wizard of Oz. Uh, this is not my show. I'm not the one in charge, really. I just, the guy behind the curtain, pushing buttons and pulling levers and bringing you the platform. Yeah. So let's see how tonight's show is going to go. And this show is actually put on by those who participate. They come up on the screen, talk about the things they want to talk about, uh, that kind of deal. So grab a link, come on up, load the bowl, and enjoy the fire. I'll be right back. Hey, hey, hey! What's up, Zoom? How you doing, buddy? And all those out there, welcome to the game. How's it going? Another beautiful day in paradise, although it be a little bit too cold to be comfortable. At least it was here today, and it will be tomorrow. It might have got up to 50 degrees today, but it had 20-mile-an-hour winds out there, cut right through you. Made it feel like about 30. Stupid. Zoom is good. Right. Rock on. So I didn't get a whole lot of work done today. I prepped to bring in the starts that are above the ground, but that's about it. I'm gonna cover the rest of it with plastic just to make sure I don't get a frost on them. But yeah, no doubt. Yeah, frost in the morning. Not here. We're only supposed to get down to about 35, 34. But tomorrow night, it's supposed to get down to 29, 30 or 29. So yeah, tomorrow's kind of risky. But I got plastic to put all over my starts, and it'll be fine. Yeah, it's gonna make Saturday morning suck. Friday night's supposed to get down to 29 degrees. Saturday's market day around here. And most of it happens in the morning. So I may not have. Well, that lady never called for the rabbits from Sullivan. Hmm. But may not have many rabbits to take. It's not a bad thing. May not have reason to go. Except for the puppy. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well. I mean, I got six rabbits left for sale right at the moment. So she buys a couple. I'll still take four. It's no big deal. So yeah, no doubt. So yeah, I'm learning farm life, guys. Living it with me, real time. I'm having to deal with these farm uh, swap meets and stuff like that, and yeah, I know all about a lot about the MFA now, stuff like that. So yeah. Oh wow, knock down a tree, huh? Oh wow, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, yeah. Well, hopefully it didn't do any damage, and now they just got a bunch of firewood. Right. Hey Terry, welcome in. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Severe weather. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. I think we're going to have a lot of nice weather, and I think we're as far as planting and growing and doing the garden thing. I think we're going to have a bang year here. To be honest with you, it's been nice so far, dude. I just can't see it not being better. Yeah. All your windowsills are full. Rock on. Good job. Yeah. Good job. That's always good. Turn your house into a greenhouse, huh? That's the way to do it. Yeah, I tell you, there's I've got something. Now we moved the seeds around, and some of the packages for the seeds that are growing in that section are gone. And I can't remember exactly what it was because it was the last of the seed I had, so I just stuck all that I had in there. I think some of it was snow peas and some of it was uh snap peas, I think maybe. I don't know. I don't remember and I can't find the little wrapper for it yet. So yeah, we're trying to figure out what it is. Yeah, well no, we some of it's coming up already sprouted above ground. It don't look like a tomato plant. Right. Well, I'm sure we'll be able to identify it here when it starts. Right. They definitely ain't but tomato plants. Yeah, right. Yeah, they're already like an inch tall and popping out pretty hard. I was like, damn, what was that? I don't think it wasn't the zucchini because I got a whole tray section of the zucchini. The zucchini takes 10 days to start. So, oh, don't remind me. Oh my Lord. Yeah, we gotta get that tree down too. If we can reach it to get to it, I think that was the problem why I didn't delimit before. 'Cause I delimited up to the point where it is. Yeah, and I think the ladder doesn't get that high. I was gonna have to put it on top of a pallet. Yeah, I was gonna have to make a table with the sawhorses and a pallet, and then put the ladder on that to reach it. I would do it and still tie my ass off to the tree before I start cutting. But there's a way to fuck up there. I say we just clear the ground the other side and cut the bitch down. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, then if you're comfortable with that. Well, that's right. You are the monkey. He climbed a brick wall one time to climb in the rafters so we could hang fluorescent lights in a fucking warehouse we were setting up a shop in for the gaming club stuff. Yeah, I hung upside down to grab the lights, and then we'd hand them up to him, and then yeah. So there is that. So, just be fucking super careful. Jeez, I still want your ass tied off with a rope somehow. You know what I'm saying? I know you got the cable and everything. But, yeah. Anyway, so yeah. Well, it's on two sawhorses, so it's basically a table, and it is they're fairly stout pallets that I have. They're not cheesy, right? But it is still quite questionable. But no, we need to bring it down. Yeah, it'll be much easier to delimit when it's on the ground, and we don't have much to do to clear for it. Well, it's going out that way. It just falls straight across and down, you know, and then cut it, drag the pieces. I'm trying to get the tractor running. I'm gonna have to go to town just to do a this and that run. Well, shit, I need latches for the gate. I need the fuel filter for the tractor. You know what I'm saying? I need to get some. Oh, it's just an inline generic. It didn't have one before when it was made. They didn't put a filter. So, well, those little riding lawnmower inline filters and a shutoff valve is all we need. Nope. That little ball thing that's there is supposed to be kind of like a gravity filter for the gasoline to stop big things from getting in there, but it's not. Yeah. Putting your motorcycle back together. Oh, okay. That's a link for Ghost. All right. But yeah, and I got to get the battery in off the riding mower and charge it up, get her started up. Rock on. Well, those turbines and that kind of stuff, I need to build. It's just going to break down. I'm going to have to eventually break down and build my own generators. Because they don't make the kind of generator I want to turn. And they don't make them with magnetic bearings. 75 miles per gallon on your Yamaha, right? Well, I hate to say this because, well, but I'm sure you can do it all with YouTube video assistance. I'm sure they got every step of that thing inside and out, rebuilding the engine, everything on a YouTube somewhere. Somebody did it. Trust me. That's how I figured out how to rebuild the starters for the tractors. Now all I got to do is do it. I got 2 starters on my bench that need to be rebuilt. Not a big deal. Owl. That was that's a big owl too. Ooh, yeah, right. Mhm. Especially for what? Yeah, and then yeah. Oh wow, that would suck. Yeah. All right. Gotcha. Here's the link coming up. There you go. Come on up. Well, that's definitely one of the things I've been thinking about. Right now, I only got access to a um, I only got access to I think that's a V twin on that Craftsman. Yeah, I, it might be a V. What's up, everybody?
Hey,
How you doing,
don't
Huckleberry?
be so dad Burned persnickety.
What's up,
I
you?
go.
So, Huckleberry, what's up? What's going on with your day?
It rained all day, so I just messed with the new peeps and I talked to a friend a couple hours and I started my seeds,
What seeds?
spicy tomatoes.
Oh, spicy tomatoes. I love
Yeah.
spicy tomatoes. Yeah,
So do I. It's a new tomato. It's pretty good.
right. I got the 9 pound variety coming up, and
Oh, I bet they're nice.
I bet it will be.
I like the ones called cushy tomatoes.
Right.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I like the Marley's Gift personally. That has become my new favorite. Yeah,
I bet.
yeah.
I don't know if I
I've
can
never
find them
had
around
muscle.
here.
I've
Huh?
never had muscle relaxation and the proper buzz for relaxation than with
Yeah.
that plant. That plant seems to be right up my alley because it's like perfect. It allows you to shut off the day. You know what I'm
I'd lo-
saying?
yeah, right. I'd love to have a muscle relaxer one. I've only had the heady buzzes.
Well, this has got a
I've
little
yet.
bit of a heady buzz. It's
Yeah,
a face mask kind of buzz. You know what I'm saying? It starts in your
yeah.
forehead and just you feel it roll down the face.
Y'all are talking German.
Yeah.
Sound like a bunch of Germans the way you're talking.
So
Okay.
the Marley relaxes your muscles and then it relaxes your brain.
Oh yeah. Oh, no, kind of first. No, it starts head first. You go
Oh,
head first into that one. Yeah, it's just washes over you kind of from there. Yeah,
awesome.
it's awesome. But yeah,
Hi, Zoom. Hi, Zoom. So what's up with you, Bill? What'd you do today?
Bunch of stuff. Bunch of stuff.
So good day.
I broke out my torch and I'm doing some well, I started running an ad for my painting business, trying to drum up some painting work.
Mm-hmm.
And I broke out my torch and I'm going nuts with this wood burning stuff. I'm starting to do wood burning these walking staffs.
Oh
right.
yeah.
Yeah, wood burn them and I carve them, and probably going to give them away to some veterans up at the VA
Well, that's
Cool.
awesome.
because
Cool.
a lot of guys have kind of that machismo thing. They don't want to use a cane,
Right.
so the walking staffs is just kind of a little more like, oh, it's a hiking stick. Okay, you know,
Yeah.
you don't feel like an invalid when you're walking around with a hiking stick.
No, especially if they're like how you make them. They're pretty cool. I've seen them.
Yeah. So yeah, I broke out the torch and started carving and torching and carving and torching and yeah.
Sweet. There you go. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. There you
Now
go.
I get well, I'm not selling them. I mean, I'm just giving them to people.
Right. Okay.
That's what the intention is.
UFO pizza says $4 a gallon. Thanks, Joe Obama.
You know, I know everybody's seeing everything going up. I think it's going to drop back down. I think everything is going to drop back down. And kind of based on things I'm hearing, gas is going to drop down. The A lot of prices on food and things are going to start dropping real quick. They don't have a
Hmm.
market for it. No, they don't have a market for it. I mean, you've got some panic buyers, but when we're talking like food commodities, like meat and stuff like that, I think the prices are going to hit. They're going to start dropping because they need to sell their stuff. And people are saying since it's so expensive, I'm not buying right now. I stocked up already. Why do I need to buy? You're going to see prices drop. Watch.
I'll hold you to it.
Right. I think that we're not going to see a correction of the nature that we need until after February next year.
Well, we're already seeing some proof on foreign markets that the American dollar is actually going up. The value of the American dollar against foreign currencies is actually increasing right now.
Well, they're collapsing. We're not.
Right.
Not as badly. We're not
Well,
collapsing as badly as they are. But that you look at the euro is only worth $1.09. Okay, it was like $1.50, $1.60.
wait. You're saying they're collapsing. Okay, that might be true, but I think that Soros controls the World Bank and he's actually trying to increase the value of the dollar in consortium with the Federal Reserve so that they could decrease the value of the euro right now. It's intentional.
Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Oh, I know, but I'm saying
They
what they're
they
doing
do
on
it.
the world market is not happening as bad here as it is there because our economy is so strong.
They're turning the money flow on and off at will.
Yep. Sure.
So it's just like a faucet. It's just like a faucet. They turn on the money starts to flow. When the money starts to flow, the value of that money drops. So they completely have 100% control over it. We think they don't. We think it's all market, guided by markets and
No,
things. It's not. It's not.
UFO, you're absolutely correct. The Federal Reserve has nothing to do with anything federal government wise. They are not controlled by our government. And they're not even, it is an independent corporation. Yes.
Yeah, they're a private business.
Yep.
Yeah, they're nothing but a business. The Fed, the Federal Reserve that we think is in charge of our money, is a private business. Never was supposed to be. There was never supposed to be a centralized bank, and it's all, you know,
Right.
everything is
And
passed
the Department
backwards.
of Treasury just control the money supply, and that
Yep.
was all. That was it.
And now they could turn it on and off just like a faucet, increase the flow, decrease the flow, shut it off, turn it full blast, however they want to do it. And you and I got nothing to say about it.
Hi, Lisa. Welcome in. How you doing? Yeah, right. There's things you can do to alleviate yourself from their systems. But yeah,
Hi, Lisa.
you need some.
Stop playing their game. Don't play their game anymore. Stop buying their shit.
Exactly. As much as possible as you can do it, and that's what I've done. I just took the plunge after my divorce, said, what the fuck? I got to rebuild my life again. Here we go. And I'm going to build it this way. So I'm not building myself into slavery again. So they give them the option to take everything from me every time I do something they don't like. Fuck all that. No, I've had the big life. I've had the big money. I've had the
No,
big.
actually, we're seeing illegals flooding over the border right now.
Well,
They're
that
actually,
yeah.
a lot of them are living off our money, and a lot of them are not paying taxes. And
Well, of course
and
they're not.
and we are paying the working man is paying the taxes for them. So
On a services basis.
it's an uneven game. You wonder why people aren't working right now and there's all these jobs available because people are realizing that the game is not it's not even. It's stacked against the working man. or the working woman, whichever.
Okay, so you deal with it as you get to it.
Right. Right.
But the
So,
whole thing is, if you go in business for yourself, then they have a lot less control over things you do.
well, they're trying to close that gap up too.
Well, they can only do that so much. When you go to the individual and the creation from the individual, in other words, uh,
Well, the gap
you,
I'm talking about was it was remember when you could go on eBay or Amazon or anything and not have to pay sales tax? That's all changed.
yeah, yeah. But you know what? You can still you can still go to a flea market. You can still go to a swap meet. You can still go to that and do direct sales stuff that you do, whether it's collections or you fix mowers or you make lures or build coolers and picnic tables or, you know, breeding animals. You can do this. It can be done. You just have to figure out your niche and your where you fit in on that and make it happen and just do the individual sales. Then directly to, and make it bigger as you can. Let the horse draw the cart. Don't have to borrow a bunch of money or have 1,000 gadgets put together. Just, sell what you create as you create it. And direct sales, that's just side work. You can't even report that income. If they're paying you cash, even with a check, you still can't report it.
Back to the point that I was making is uh, people that do report it and people that are trying to, stay within the law and everything.
Yeah, I'm
There's
staying within the law.
there's 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 15 or 20 illegals coming over the border that are undoing what you just did. So,
How so? How can they uncreate what
okay,
I've
you're
created?
paying taxes. If you're paying taxes
Not,
and
that's what I'm
whatever it is
saying.
that
I'm
you
not
do,
working a fucking job, so they're not taking
you're
my
not letting me
money.
finish. Not letting me finish. I'm sure that if you let me finish, I'm sure that you will agree with me,
Okay.
and I'm sure that you will understand what I'm saying. So, like I was saying about the hordes that are coming over the border right now, which it's all over. Everybody knows about it. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody knows. Hannity, I don't care who it is. Fox News, CNN, everybody knows that hordes are coming over the border right now because Biden invited them all in.
You know what I see?
You think they're all paying taxes?
No,
They're
but you know what
they're
I see?
coming.
Rather
Okay.
than
All right.
worrying about all
All
that,
right.
and no, I'm gonna tell you, there's a big
I'll turn
contingency
my
of it.
mic
That's
off.
a bunch of bullshit. I appreciate you what you're talking about. I hear you. I've heard, you've mentioned this before, and we've talked somewhat. But you know what I see when I see hordes of people coming across the border? I see more customers. They're going to need more things. They're going to have money when no, I don't care where they get it, whether it's from the government or what have you. But there are going to be more customers wanting more things. So you're going to have a market there that a free market's going to be able to cater to. It's not a doom and gloom, oh, everything's shutting down, end of the world shit. That's what I'm trying to say. That's all I was. So we get to make fun of it and we get to take advantage of it, of the opportunities that are created by it. Yeah, that's going to get corrected, Bill. And yeah, they're soaking up a bunch of money and all this other stuff, but you know what? You have to look at what is there. Yeah, like everyone else, UFO, you're absolutely right. And I am not against any of that stuff. I mean, I'm against them even coming into the country, number one. But since we can't stop that, what do we have to deal with? What are the situations and what are the solutions? Because I'm not going to sit here and bitch and bemoan all the problem. Yeah, we know what the problem is. We know what's going on. We know they're soaking the working man for taxes and stuff like that. The guy that's working for a factory, union guy, what have you. And they're soaking these people for every dime they can get. Get it. I know it. I see it. I have family, that's been factory people all their life. Stuff like that. I've seen it. I've worked my own businesses. I know what the taxes are and all that situation. But when you get down to the individual and the individual creation style businesses, these millions of people coming in, guess what? They're going to want stuff. They're going to need stuff. They're going to be, then they're not used to corporate America, so they're going to be hitting flea markets and swap meets and stuff because they don't want to go to the primary places where all the surveillance and the cameras and the tracking and stuff. They're going to pay cash. Okay, because they don't want to be traced. They're not going to be tracked. They probably won't even have cell phones. If they do, they know they're being traced. This kind of stuff is going on all over the place. So, and not all of them are bad, hard people. Yeah, there's a lot of bad ones coming through, but there's a lot of other people that are just being used in this situation, being paid off to come here, or what have you. So yeah, that's just and it's all fucked up. But the situation is as it is. What I see is a lot of new customers with a lot of money, and they're going to be looking for the deal and my guess is they're going to be in places like swap meets and flea markets and roadside marketing, roadside markets or mobile marketing, like off of a vehicle or something like that. A lot of that stuff going on. And they're going to be customers to all those people doing that. Yep. So if you're growing something or you're creating something or you're good at a skill, they're going to, you can fix up mowers, or like Randy's working on welding so he can fix up stoves and heaters and furnaces and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Um, I'm building tables, and Adirondack chairs and coolers and patio furniture stuff. Planter boxes that go on the outside of the house. Fire in the motherfucking bowl. You got it. Hey, weren't you saying something, Huckleberry, earlier about uh, the stickers on the gas pumps or something like that?
Yeah, a Pennsylvania guy just got arrested for placing a sticker on a gas pump, and he also got in trouble for resisting arrest, harassment, causing
Oh my!
disturbance. So I think what happened was, okay, they said he was standing there yelling, I did that, I put that on there. So I think he might have been a little drunk or messed up, because I don't know why he was resisting arrest and got charged with all that. And he was making a spectacle. So yeah, he messed that up. But yeah, he just got arrested for it. So I guess you got to watch where you put them in case there's cameras and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right, right.
Yeah, and people were making all kinds of comments about it, and they were like, "You should put it on the shelves at the $1.25 tree because of that." Um,
Yeah,
and yeah,
I did that.
yeah, I did that. And where else did they say? Oh, the grocery store, of course, empty shelves. And yeah, there was all kinds of comments from it. I love to read the comments because they're pretty funny. And but yeah, so I guess next time he puts a sticker, he needs not to brag about it.
Right. So
Yeah.
I think but I think the small individual market, the individual creation market, the boutique market, like the cottage industry foods and stuff like that.
Right.
Like UFO was talking about earlier. I think all these individual business stuff is the key, is the answer, is the correction. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
because it's all just side work. It's not even income you can report because you have no tax reporting process for it. Right, unless you go through eBay, Etsy, one of these online markets. But if you're just going into your flea market or you're going into a swap meet or some kind of community sale thing, they have these, some places have these community yard sales,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
garage sales, yard sales, stuff like that. It's, it can be quite the thing. And next thing you know, you got a business running out of your house. The cash on the barrelhead kind of thing. There's no process for even reporting that income. I've tried. Yeah.
Right?
If it's not on a W-2 or a 1099 from a tax ID number, there's no taxes applied. It's like selling off an old couch.
Right.
You can, how are
Yeah.
you going to report that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it keeps the federal
Declaration.
government. Yeah. Keeps the federal government from getting their money too. Their taxes and all that.
It keeps you out of the
Uh
system. The only thing you pay for is sales tax when you buy something.
yeah, UFO needs a link. He asked if he could jump in. Or
Yeah,
she.
absolutely. There we go. I love farm animals.
I do. Zoom was talking about his grandparents having cows and horses. And yeah, there's not one farm animal I don't like. Well, maybe not pigs, but they are good to eat. They just don't smell good.
Well, you can, if you don't have a lot of them and you don't treat them like farm animals, they you can raise them like dogs.
Well, that's true. One or two wouldn't be bad. Um, where'd you go? Oh, okay. Um, yeah, UFO, let us know if you can get in on that link. And yeah, you got to show yourself once, but you don't have to be live on there. You can use an icon like some of us do. But yeah, I just got 4 little peeps from the Tractor Supply. I was only going to get one, and my son's girlfriend was going to get one.
Mhm.
But then we saw the sign and it said you had to get at least 4. So we're like, oh, we got to get 4, but that was okay. And I got my rooster because I want my chickens to sit on the eggs and have babies.
No, what
Um,
what kind? What kind are they?
I knew you were going to ask me that. She looked it up, but I didn't write it down, so I'll have to let y'all know because I don't know what they are. I just pick cute ones.
What's up?
Can you
How
hear
you
me?
doing? UFO?
Good.
Yeah.
Can you go?
Hey,
Sorry. I'm on my phone, so I had to take Twitch off my phone because it was going to draw too much uh,
Right.
data or whatever you call it.
Right. Exactly. So what's up, man?
Nothing. I was just wanting to say that I was agreeing with him that there's a lot of people coming in the country because they're ending that it's like Article 42 or something like that,
Yeah.
where I don't know the whole ins and out of the thing, but it's pretty much like they're not just going to get sent. They're no longer going to get sent back to where they came from. Like
Right.
they'll be able to just come straight into the country until they get citizenship. At least that's how it was explained to me.
Right. Until somebody steps up and becomes an adult and starts enforcing some laws. Right.
Is I don't mind people coming to the country because like for instance, like I'm Greek, German, Irish, and Cherokee. Like
Right.
they're,
You know,
they're like they're all immigrants besides the Cherokee. You know what I mean? Those are the ones that originally here. They're all immigrants. I have no problem with immigrant families moving to America by any means, but I just want it to be done the right way. That's what I was trying to say. Is like I want
right,
them to
right.
pay into the social security system before they get social security. I want them to like obviously our
All the
medical
rules like the rest of us, and
system.
then yeah,
Yeah, I think like as soon as they become like as they're working on their citizenship, I don't know if they can turn illegals away in a hospital. Probably not, but if they can, I don't think they should if they're working on getting their citizenship because you know what I mean. They're just everybody should have like not like be in pain is what I'm trying to say.
well, there is that human existence situation. Okay,
Yeah,
as a now I was a paramedic in the military. I was 91 Alpha, 91 Bravo, field service qualified first aid
well, thank you
EMT.
for your service.
You bet, bro. I'd do it again, and I did it for you. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. But anyway, um, the the whole thing is that that's the humanitarian thing. You know what I'm saying? And I like to tell people, and I know you've probably heard me say it already. I'm a racist. I'm big time racist. I'm a human racist. If you ain't human, I'm probably going to try and kill you, and I'll probably eat you. That's what
I
I
don't
do with
think that's
things.
racist. That-
That's racist because there is no difference, and we are all human. We are all the same race. We are different breeds of that race, just like canines are different breeds of that race.
Yeah, you're saying you'll hunt like any animal that's not a human.
Sure,
That just makes you a hunter. I feel
any
like
creature, right? Any creature that's not human, I usually eat them.
because even like um every single animal like on this planet hunts, and like the more I learn about humans, the more I realize that we're animals with conscience is what I feel like. Like we have just an
Now you're
ability
talking
of
about
conscience,
yeah,
and some people
right,
use it and some people don't.
right. Well, now you're talking about yeah. Now you're talking about the factor that this is the part of our existence that is for here on this planet, and there is another side of us, a spiritual side that whatever it is, a secondary uh, reality, an alternate universe, some alternate reality kind of situation, or what have you, some ethereal, existence and stuff like. Yeah, we have a spirit side of us that is not necessarily of this world, and this is the meat suit we wear while we're here.
Yeah, that's what I feel for sure.
Okay, so this biological form allows us to anchor our non-biological existence in this reality. The reason most people probably don't remember past lives or past memories or genetic memory or however you want to call that is probably, in my opinion, um, just a matter of this body is only intended to record its experiences. We can only remember the physical experiences that we go through on this planet as we were born, as we grow up, as we become adults. And
We learn the mental stuff too, because that's how we grow.
correct. But this body can only record those experiences. It can't access for whatever reason, whether we have that ability and it's been uh, subdued, whether through genetics or choice or throughout the generations. We only have access to the memory of what this body has experienced. Okay,
That's
we
true.
don't have. Okay, we don't have access to the prior existence of this corporeal form part of our existence.
But that also touches on the part where like you hear about people that have like psychic experiences and out
Sure.
of body experiences where they
Right,
say
and
they see things.
mm-hmm.
that wasn't them. You know what I mean? Like they have a dream and they experience something that wasn't them.
That
So
wasn't part of their current existence, right?
yeah.
Whether it be a future or past life or some alternate experience. You know what I'm saying? Some people say that,
Right.
you know, there's alternate realities and we can access them through, you know, meditation and stuff like that, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah, and that takes training, abilities we've lost to time, possibly. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be ignorance or just um, some kind of genetic evolution, I would say something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, something along the way.
You know,
But
but
we lost a lot of things in history just by humans raiding other humans, like the burning Alexandria.
right,
The
you know, destroying the whole societies and all their writings and all their
even in our current time, the Egypt and stuff when Obama was in office, when ISIS was at its highest power, ISIS went through and was destroying a bunch of those monuments, like the Egyptian monuments and stuff like that.
oh no. What they were destroying in Iraq was the Sumerian relic.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. And then they were moving on to Egypt because they towards the end before Trump got into office,
Right.
they threatened to take down the big pyramids, those big ones, the big three ones that everybody knows of, the Giza and wherever.
Good luck. This planet didn't take them out over what 10, 15,000 years. Good luck.
Right.
Good luck.
Some of them like building blocks that they got are bigger than my fucking house. So like, yeah, good luck.
Right? Right. Good luck. Just you know, what are you gonna do? Gonna topple it somehow? Nuclear bomb, maybe. You know, that's
Nuclear
what
bomb wouldn't even work.
yeah, nuke may not work either unless it was direct connect.
A Moab, I don't even think that would work.
Right?
I think
Yeah,
there's
but they
only
like
like
just put a hole in it. It's a fucking hill. It's a fucking mountain. It's a man-made mountain. Okay. You might knock a piece off of it, but you're not going to tear the whole damn thing down. I don't care what, you know, like I said, maybe a nuke at ground center zero, you know, ground zero. But, you know, yeah, that's about it. But anyway, but yeah, their whole thing was destroy the current culture so you can control the culture going forward.
that's
That's
what
their
my
whole point.
I have an older friend named Dave. He's elderly, and he thinks that's what the COVID was for because it targeted old people. He thinks it was to target the older people that knew a lot of the engineering and the old industrial stuff, and
Yeah, I'm sure
hunting
they
and a
had a
lot of
lot of
stuff.
reasons.
This
Oh, go
this
ahead. I'm
younger
sorry.
generation don't know.
Damn, a lot of things that they don't know. That's right, because they only got a memory span of about 30 seconds. You know?
That's me.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. They have
I,
things that can help you, like ginkgo biloba, DHA, um, uh, the fish oils, krill oil.
I take fish oil.
Yeah,
I
right.
just
And
I just got ADHD. I treat it with because I got ADHD. I just treat it with cannabis
yeah, but you want to know
and
what's really going to
CBD.
help you? Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. I'm ADHD. You know what exactly will help you? Most likely, get off the soda. Period.
Oh
You can still
yeah,
with caffeine, but get off the soda. The
I was
poison.
off soda for a while, but it's the carbonation is addicting for some reason.
Well,
Like
you can buy those carbonators, then carbonate your own juices and stuff like mixes and stuff like that.
I've heard about that. I had a friend suggest that.
Okay, but get away from the sodas. Period. Anything with a label on it's poison. And it directly is poison. But I mean, I'm seeing people stop drinking soda and within a matter of months get out of wheelchairs. You know what I'm
No, I,
saying?
I
They
know
thought this
exactly what you're
lady had
talking about
lupus.
because I quit drinking soda out of high school because I had
Mhm.
a friend that got kidney stones, and I heard him in the bathroom crying about it, and I was like, "Yep, I'm done drinking soda."
Right, right, right. Well, that's a big one. Filtering your water. If you're drinking off of a city and you pay a bill to get water, filter it.
No, I don't ever drink city water. I got well water, but we're way out
Okay,
in like
you're
a
ahead of the
nice
game.
area.
Okay, drinking the straight well water, you don't even have to filter that. If your well's more than 100 feet deep, you don't have to filter it.
I know that we do need to get a water softener. That's about it. It's pretty
Yep.
harsh.
But do you know what's in that water? All the
Um,
calcium and magnesium and
my
the
dad
heavier
dusted
elements
it
that you
off.
need. Yep. God put everything in that area where you live there for someone to survive there. Okay. With some management. You have to access the water. You have to be able to grow your plants. You have to be able to raise your animals. You know what I'm saying? And you can, everything you need to live on that piece of land, no matter where it is within 50 miles of that piece of land. No shit. So, um, but that those elements that are in that well water, I've seen them heal people with digestive tract cancers. The
That's wild.
magnesium, yeah, yep. The guy came here. It was my brother's father-in-law, and he came here dying from cancer. He came here to see his daughter one last time, and he planned to stay here probably till he died. And he came here, and within 4 months, within 2 months he was in remission. Within 3 months he was healing. Within a year he was cleared of diagnosis, and he didn't take any medicines or see any doctors. All he did was eat and drink the water here. And he still ate his fast food and drank sodas, but he drank the water here, and it made a difference. We do have an artesian well, so we are 400 and something feet down, 450 feet down, I think. Um, we hit good water at about 350. So, and then they just kept going to 450, and so yeah, so we do have the good stuff, but yeah, it is a heavier water though. You probably want to filter it for things going into washing machines, hot water tanks, stuff like that, just for maintenance purposes. But I wouldn't filter it out of your drinking water.
Right?
You know,
We make all those fancy water filters, but I think those are more used for city
hmm?
water. I said they make
Yeah,
all those fancy city water. Oh, sorry, you
yeah.
heard me. My bad. I think you said, hmm.
No, 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 no. I know what you're saying though, but you have to remember when you have to figure out what your water is, where you're at in the city. You have to go get it tested for real. And if you ever do that, you will never drink city water again from the tap. Period.
I
You
just
do.
never drank city water. I never trusted it.
Mm-mm. But yeah, exactly. But you
I don't
take a,
trust bottled water either.
yeah,
Oh
but
A
when you
no.
lot
take
of bottled water.
mhm. No, bottled water is not, but tap water from the city may be filtered, right? It may be
Yeah, but
filtered depending on how
some
cheap it is.
a lot of these brands though, like when you use them, they're like if they like you could tell they've been sitting out in the sun or something like heat has gotten to them because there's like a plastic taste in the water.
Oh yeah.
And
They
for some
say
reason,
it will leach into the water, they said.
I
Yep.
feel like I'm the only person that bitches about that too. That the
No, I was a zero water guy. Everything I drank had to come out of a zero water pitcher. When I made tea, I don't care. It came out of a zero water pitcher when I lived in the cities. Yeah, it doesn't have any nutrients in it at all. There's no magnesium. There's no calcium. There's none of that naturally occurring element in the water. In fact, I had it. You, I don't know if everybody else has this experience, but I could drink city water and still be thirsty and bloated. I drink the well water out here. I'll get a glass and I'm quenched.
whoa shit.
You know what I'm saying? It's that good. I
Sorry, I
make
started getting beat up on my game.
oh shit! But I make tea from sassafras root we dig up here on the property. You know what I'm saying? And I still make my orange pecan black tea. I buy it in bulk. You almost can't get it anymore. You notice that? You have to buy these big tea bag things.
Black tea.
Hmm They don't want to make them in those little cup packs no more. Those little packets like CNC in tea bags, the
Hmm.
singles, right? They don't. I've noticed they stopped making them. A lot of the brands are all now these round ones that go into a coffee maker or something like that.
Red Rose is a little expensive, but they still have it in the bag.
Right. Now you go to the specialty flavor stuff like the peach tea and the lemon tea and all the berry teas and stuff. Those are individual cups meant for hot cup.
Yeah.
They were great making uh flavored tea in coffee maker. It really works well with that. You can flavor 2 gallons or 3 gallons of tea with one of those little flavor bags and 8 regular tea bags in the coffee maker. It's really pretty cool.
What does it make it pretty strong and then you dilute it?
Yeah, right. 12 cups becomes 3 gallons. So
Okay.
you brew a 12-cup pot straight up with eight, uh, 8 or 9 of those regular individual tea bags, and you lay them down in a flower pattern at the bottom of without a filter,
Hmm.
in the coffee maker, and then you take that one fruit flavored. I had some blueberry tea bags for a while, and you put one flavored tea bag on top of that in the
Hmm.
center, so all the water hits it, and it'll flavor that whole pot. You take that pot and 3 milk jugs. You put a cup and I put a cup and a quarter of sugar in each jug, and then turn around and pour that hot tea on it. 4 cups of it, only 4 cups. You pour the 4 cups of hot tea back in that jug on, melt that sugar down, and then fill it with water. And it'll taste like sun-made tea, like
Ooh.
grandma's front porch sun tea. And it'll be flavored. It's good as hell. I
I'll have to
found the secret. Yeah.
What I like doing is I get Celestial Seasoning, the brand tea,
Yeah.
and I'll use their tea. Like I'll get like the berry teas, like you were saying, and the juice teas, and then or like the fruit flavored teas, like the oranges and the black cherry and stuff like that. And then I'll get like lemonade or pink lemonade, something to go along with it, and then I'll mix it so it's almost like a 60-40, like 60% tea, 40%, or even like 30% the lemonade or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff.
It's a lot
Yeah.
healthier.
Oh yeah. I actually do it with juices, like with apple juice, right?
Yeah, I'm addicted to apple juice. I go through about a gallon of apple juice a day.
Half and half it with tea. It's even better.
That's so
Yeah,
much sugar already, though.
I know. right? But like I said, I'm hypoglycemic, so I have to look for ways to add sugar to my diet. So it's not normal, not every day.
So
Hi, Battery.
are you two preppers? Or there's four of us, three of you in here now. Are you all preppers too?
I am.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been into prepping since like 2011 when I first started getting into, like, I guess you could say, like, conspiracy theories, or like not even conspiracy theories, stuff that was going on within
There we go.
our own government.
Right.
What got me interested was I was gonna join the military, and I was hearing from so many people that I know in the military. They're like, yes, you could join the military, but don't be infantry. Don't like. They're like, get a comfy job, get on a ship, join the Air Force or something. They're like, don't do that. And then they started talking about like the war in the Middle East, and that kind of convinced me it probably wasn't the right thing to do. No, the moral of the story was, you're in a foreign land, and you're not fighting for your own people at home.
Right.
I still recommend it.
Well,
What?
you know,
The military?
Yeah.
I don't
would,
know if I could go for the military with all the woke stuff going on in the.
Yeah,
that's
now
what
it's
I was
probably
just
not the
getting ready
right
to say. I'd hold off for a little bit if you're talking about seriously joining up. I'd hold off
Oh
for a
no,
little
my
bit.
military days are over. As far as it would come as being like defending our country if we were ever attacked on our own soil. Like if we were ever attacked on our own soil, like, you bet your ass.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's about 150 million people just like you.
Well, there's I forget the guy's name, but he's on Duck Dynasty. He's from Duck Dynasty, one of the older
Robert,
guys.
Robert.
Yeah, and Phil Robertson, and he said, I like what he said about the gun. Like, he's like, I forget what state it was. I think it was like Wisconsin. And he's like, there's 195, or it was 100. It was like 95,000 registered deer hunters in the state of, like, in that state alone. He's like, that's 95,000 people in that state alone with high powered rifles ready to
Right.
go.
Right.
You know
That's
what I
called
mean?
militia. That's called militia. A well-trained militia. Hunters.
Yeah, but they demonized the militia. Like, growing up, I thought, like, because I'm a 90s kid. I was born in 93. Growing up, when I was watching it, like, growing up real young and stuff, like, I thought militias were like, I didn't know what the term essentially right wing was, but pretty much, like, I thought
Right.
they were all like right wing, hardcore, like skinheads, like fuck
No.
everybody else but the white man. Like, that's how the media painted them.
Right.
Then I grew up and I learned my actual history, and I learned about the militia and the George Washington and the defense of our country, and the things that the redcoats did to us that led to the formation of the militias and stuff like that. Then you get a whole different picture.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
props to you.
You know what? A lot of people know about the First Amendment. Okay, a lot of people know some of the First Amendment because there's 5 parts to that, and most everybody knows about the Second Amendment. But do you know about the Third Amendment?
I knew all my amendments at one point, but that was
The
was
Third
about
Amendment prevents
10 years
government.
ago.
Right. Now this is where eminent domain becomes part of the big problem with eminent domain, because the government is not allowed to acquire your property and possess your property against your will.
Which is what they're doing to people, mainly ranchers all across the country.
Correct.
Yes.
Like the stand at Paxton County, which is a movie on Netflix.
Right.
They talked about that. Then there was I forget what was the rancher's name. It was like back in around like 2012 or so, where they're trying to take his cattle down in Texas, and then all them ranchers and cowboys came out and they surrounded the feds. The feds were like there was like there was like 20 or so feds in this little barricade, and they got surrounded by like 3,000 something like farmers, and the feds all had the feds all had radio systems saying, if you come any further, we will treat it as a sign of aggression. And then all the farmers came out. They all got their AR-15s and shit like that, and they're all standing there like, all right, we're coming closer, and if you want to treat this as an act of aggression, go right ahead. You're the one circled. You know what I mean? The feds stood down and got off the dude's property. I can't think of what that guy's name was. Do y'all know what I'm talking about?
Well, we had some people here out here in
exactly.
Oregon that stood up to the government. Oh,
Well, I know the ones at the Bundy Ranch out in Nevada.
yes, Bundy's.
Was that him? That might have been
No,
them.
that's Oregon.
It might not have
Yeah.
been Texas. Might have been Nevada.
There was
Was that
also
the-
one that happened in Texas.
Was that the one where Jones was at?
Bundy
Alex
was
Jones.
Oregon.
I don't know. I don't know much about it. But I know that stuff that they had up in what was it? Where Finnegan got shot.
Yeah, Lavoy.
Was that Oregon?
You're talking about the
Was
Oregon
that
thing?
Oregon?
Yeah, Ted Bundy was Oregon.
No. Oh yeah. Well, I'm talking about Roy Finnegan.
There's multiple Ted Bundys though, because there's that Ted Bundy serial killer, isn't there?
Okay,
Tell
that
them.
might have been Ted. But there was a guy here in Oregon that him and his followers stood up to the federal government on government land. They occupied government land.
They've occupied that reserve supposedly.
Yes.
A reserve outpost. That's where Finnegan was helping, and that's where he was going.
One of them did get shot.
And that was there in Oregon, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. I'm familiar with some of that, and I saw the videos, man. When it came out, they killed that guy.
That was murder, and they did.
It was straight up murder, and they tried to murder the people in the vehicle too.
Yeah.
They did their best to put that fucking vehicle full of holes.
Yeah, and there was kids in it too.
Yep.
That's fucked up. They don't care about kids unless if they can keep it out the public eye. If you think about it, because look at Waco, they killed like I don't know how many kids. I think they killed like 30 or 20 kids or something like that, because there was like 70 people killed. Or how many? I need to look at the numbers before I just start.
You have no right to do that either.
Yeah, they went under the ATF. From my research, the ATF raided Waco under the pretense of child endangerment, and the ATF can't even enforce that. They're the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. They're not to do with fucking child endangerment.
Yeah, thank you, Janet Reno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Democrats.
Hey, Miriam.
And there's greasy Republicans too. Let's not forget.
Yeah.
It was
there's
mostly the
Republicans.
the Warhawks that pulled us into Afghanistan, Middle East.
Bush.
Well, there's Republicans that are Democrats with an R in front of their name. You know, Grassley, McConnell, Graham. These guys are all fucking
Graham's not as bad as the other.
He's slimier than the others. That's all.
No, I don't think so.
Oh yeah, he is. He
he
says the right things. He's definitely. He had me convinced at first when I didn't know about him, but yeah, it's voting record.
Yeah,
is what exposes
The thing I
him.
see with Graham, if he has a good leader to follow, then he's a good representative.
I'll put it this way. I'll say this about it. Trump had to announce him on stage one time. And you know how he goes through and he talks about the people he likes and then you know the people he's working with in the state, the Republican Party and stuff like that. And he goes on and on about how we hung out and stuff like that with these guys. Or we'll see you in a few, man, because we're going to meet up later. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah. He called up Graham on the stage And the whole introduction took less than 30 seconds. Everybody else was getting like minute and a half, 2 minutes worth of conversation, how great they were and how they're working with him and all that shit. He comes up to Graham, it's like, and here's your great Senator
From wherever.
Graham, and why don't you come on up here? And that was all the introduction there was to him.
Well, Lindsey Graham was a good tool for Trump. But that's pretty much all he is a tool.
Yeah, that's it. That's all there is. He's just
not,
a get along, go along to get along
Yeah.
kind of guy.
Not exactly a rhino, but he's a good tool.
My my issue with Trump,
Mitch
and
McConnell.
at first, I never really had any. I don't hate Trump and I don't dislike Trump, but what got me upset at first was he never put Hillary in prison. But then I started, when I did more research and started, doing more things. The whole thing's corrupt, so you can't just throw. If you were to just throw Hillary in prison, there's a lot of things that they could have done to paint Trump the way they wanted to paint him. You know what I mean? As a
He's gonna retire in prison.
as a terrorist and not, what did they call him? All kinds of shit. But
no, Hillary's going to die the death of Jezebel.
I don't even know what that is. What is that?
It's in second Corinthians.
You think she's
Second
the one?
Kings.
I don't. I think
It's
broader than that.
right. I think it's Second Kings, chapter of the Bible. Talks about the rule and of Jezebel and say what? Go ahead, better.
I think the Jezebel is the church that turned against God.
No,
The church
no,
has.
you read the
The Pope
stories.
has, definitely.
Read Second Kings, and you'll see exactly what happened to Jezebel. Okay, now that's what's going to happen to Hillary. That's all I got to say. I just have that feeling. You ever heard of a guy named Jonathan Kahn?
Hillary
No.
is downright evil.
Look him up.
Yes,
He's
she
a Hebrew Jewish guy, rabbi kind of thing. Jonathan Kahn. He wrote a book called The Harbinger, and talks about the relevance of the year of Jubilee and stuff like that. And he goes through the epic of Jezebel and the king that she was wife of, Ahab or something like that. And huh? Yeah,
Ahab,
exactly. That's what that's all about. That's why that song's like, yeah, that's why they made that song,
What
but
song?
anyway,
not the same.
that he was mocking a song by Ray Stevens.
Yeah,
Arab, the king of the rising sun. Yeah,
that's a funny song.
yeah. But it is funny. But yeah. But
Yeah, I just
but
never
anyway,
heard it. I wasn't sure what you guys were talking about.
Jezebel tries to regain the seat of power, and she gets thrown down by her own and trampled by the horses below from her towers, and then turns around and there wasn't enough left of her to bury properly, so they threw her in a field, and the dogs ate her. Yeah.
That sounds like a fitting situation for Hillary.
Right? It sure does. But Jonathan Kahn talks about the correlations of when she was in the office of power during the Clinton administration and the years they ruled in, or they had power, versus the years and the matchup of the things that happened during the time of Ahab and Jezebel and all that stuff. And in his representation, Trump represents Yahoo, which was the king that took over and saw to the demise of Jezebel. So, and Battery decided he's in a discotheque again.
Oh, purple.
That was magenta.
Oh,
And I saw
violet.
mauve in there. Oh my God, no, not mauve.
I'm gonna have a seizure.
Gonna have a seizure. Right. But yeah. So yeah, no, Hillary's the Patriot trials are happening, guys. There are a lot of people being still processed for some of the stuff that they did.
The investigation on Hillary has not stopped.
And it's
No, it's
just
only kicking up. I think that's why they're going after Hunter Biden too, because he's linked in with the Bidens and all of them. They're all linked in.
And now
the
they
big
they got-
trouble.
bite Joe Biden to it.
Oh yeah,
He's a big guy.
and just they're using Hunter Biden to get to Joe Biden because Hunter Biden's his crackhead son. And he's just his weak link. Like
Mhm.
he's addicted to a drug, and so I don't mean that in a derogatory way. Cause like I mentioned in chat earlier, my aunt is addicted to heroin. I mean, I know that's different than crack, but there's drugs. They've affected Americans for so long to the point where they're affecting obviously career politicians, but I think that probably has a lot to do with his life choices.
Yeah, yeah, you leave a bag of cocaine in a car that was rented by your dad by the Secret Service, and along with your ID. What the fuck?
Or your old lady throws your gun away in front of
Right.
in a trash can in front of a school. Like
Right,
shit just goes on and on.
right. Yeah, yeah. Or your baby mama with the mistress, she gets pissed off and exposes a bunch of shit about you too because you fucked her over, right? That happened to Hunter as well.
I think the reason why Hunter's a weak link also too is because like it's just like the mob. You seen it with the mob, like their children were not as they're not as quiet. You know what I mean? They're not as low key as their fathers are. You know what I mean? They're
Well, that too, but they've used him so much as a bagman. He's tied into everything dirty they've ever done.
very much.
Yeah, China didn't give him $1.6 billion to man. You know what he was supposed to do with that money? He was supposed to manage those funds, but they never talk about where that money was going. You know where that money was going? In the pockets of the Democrats, Pelosi, Schumer, and guess what? Some of the
The people he's
Republicans,
got to pay off.
the never Trumpers.
Really hope they go
Romney
after
was on that payroll. Romney was on that payroll. Graham is on that payroll. Yes.
Romney just fucking voted. He voted. I don't know if she got confirmed or not,
Yes.
but he voted to fucking
He did.
confirm that Katashi Brown chick who has all
She got confirmed today.
she got confirmed. Fuck.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's
Mitt
a
Romney,
pedophile lover. Like she caters to pedophiles.
Mitt Romney,
She has
and
100
that one Mikorsky or something like that in Alaska,
The
and
chick.
Murkowski
Mikowski. That's it.
and Collins.
And also Liz Cheney.
Oh, Liz Cheney. She's so dirty, man. She's dirtier than her
They
dad.
kicked her out the Republican Party.
She knows she's on the
Yeah,
way
they
out.
did.
Liz
None
Cheney's
of them
on
are
the way
getting
out.
reelected. None of them will get reelected.
Liz Cheney's definitely out. She's in a Republican state.
Yeah, she's toast. She's toast. Yeah, she knows she's toast too. So she's fucking everybody up.
You should have seen the effort to get rid of her. It's huge in Wyoming. And Murkowski, same thing. Alaska is a Republican state also.
Well, they're all children of the Dominion. Their whole existence is because of Dominion.
The only way Murkowski got there is because her father appointed her to replace him.
And they use the Dominion.
Yeah. That
What is the Dominion?
Full of the devil.
The voting systems.
Oh, the Dominion voting machines. Yeah.
Out of Venezuela.
And
Because
out
guess
of
what?
there's another
Romney's-
one.
Here's another one. Oh, let me finish this one. Romney ended up on the owners list at Dominion, along with Pelosi
Well, there's a conflict of interest.
and a few others. Quite a few others.
They need to recuse themselves from the election.
Something like
They're
that.
gonna do that.
Oh, did you see
Right.
Pasaki, whatever, that stupid broad's name
Salty
is?
Cracker
Oh.
calls her Jen Nutsaki.
Fire in the, hold on, let me fire in the boat.
You
It's time to
hear
fire
where
the
she's
boat.
going? She's
I
already
don't
got
know
a
the
new
time.
job.
MSNBC.
It's 10:40.
Yeah.
Fire in the boat. We ain't
That's
fired
a
in the boat
conflict of
long
interest.
enough. Welcome in, Nightingale. Welcome in, Lisa. Welcome
That
in,
party
Miriam.
is a
And
rolling
Right.
conflict of
Ragged
interest.
coin.
Ragged Coin, welcome in. How you
Hi,
doing?
Ragged. Welcome.
Rock
What's
on.
up, everyone?
Well, Wizard, I've made some changes on my shed. The power. By putting the inverter on the load, it kept going into alarm.
Right? Running out of
So-
amperage.
I did some research, and once the battery is plugged into the charge controller, I can plug the inverter straight to the battery.
Yes.
You didn't tell me that. I figured it out myself. That's cool.
Okay. No, I'm sorry, but that's the way I hook up my inverters is directly to the batteries. I don't use the
Once
circuitry
it's
for
going- Once it's going through the charge controller, the voltage is steady.
Okay.
Which is weird because that's the way I had it before and it kept shutting off. Now it's okay.
Yes, they'll stay in here for a while. All right, man. Yeah, we have to manage the dogs because Janice is in heat. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, so we have to manage the dogs because Ranger is triggered and the other dogs are freaking out.
I know how that is.
Right. So we have to manage puppies. So that's what.
I tried to breed my Shelties to another purebred that was the right size because mine were too big. She would not let that dog near her. So I pretty much gave up on that. And I had the male with me. I put him in the back of the truck and put her in the front with me. And that dog was howling. Like, oh, he wanted his woman.
Yeah, Ranger is just crazy with this, and so he won't come in. He won't be in here tonight. He'll be sleeping outside of Randy's cabin, guarding the cabin, waiting for the next time he can sniff Janice, I guess, or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah, the whole
That's how-
man.
He's the best. He can smell her now.
What UFO? Sorry.
That's how my friends' dogs are. They got two Great Danes and they're big as shit. And the one has to wear panties. The female, she has to wear panties when she's in heat. It's goofy as hell looking.
Right. In other words, they put a diaper on the dog, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so don't mess up the house, right? Yeah.
Chastity diaper. Or in that case, chastity panties.
I just can't imagine. It's like, what the fuck?
And they're great. They're Great Danes. so they're funny looking already.
Right.
Do you think this coming
They're the
from battery?
Dalmatian Great Danes too, so they look cool though.
Oh yeah, yeah. Those are some awesome dogs.
Do you
They're
think this
huge.
coming from the batteries would be good enough?
That's what, 10 gauge?
Uh,
6.
no, I think it's bigger than that. It's on an XT90.
They look like about 6 gauge.
That's going to come
Maybe.
from this right there.
Right.
These are XT60s. Because I'm building the power wall,
Right. Right.
and this
There
is
you
what
go.
it comes with. So, this will mount like that. See it?
Oh. Okay, yeah, cool. There you go.
And I can extend it with this.
But what were we talking about a minute ago? I just went through a brain freeze.
Sorry.
We're talking about a lot of shit. I don't even know.
Oh yeah, yeah. Biden's on his way out, man. He's on his way out. He's
Yeah, but it's
totally-
Kamala's no better. She's just
No, she's worse.
she's worse, and he's got dementia.
The Republicans
she
don't
can't
want to
take-
take Biden out because
She
of
can't-
Kamala.
she can't legally take the seat of power.
Why?
Why is that?
She's not naturally born. She was a
Wait.
naturalized citizen.
Doesn't she have to do that to be vice president?
No?
That's not right.
Yeah.
But think about this: if she can't,
Well, they
So
say Obama
Nancy-
wasn't a citizen, and look, he got in. But I don't know if that was
They
true.
lied their ass off about him, damn straight.
well, hello there,
That's up. This is Ranger. Janice has left the room.
Ranger.
Janice has left the building and he wants to go after her. So that's what
bet
this
he
is
does.
all about. That's why he's over here. He's like, "Go, let me outside, please." He's all
I'm
crazy.
gonna get lucky.
He's just love crazy. That's all it is. It's just puppy love. It's a hormone thing.
That's why they call it puppy love.
That's right. That's right. That's my baby.
He's gonna settle for yours.
Huh?
He's gonna settle for your love.
Yeah, there's a good boy. It's not his time yet. We've got a new mama for him, but she's not gonna be ready till fall. Yes, we got a new mama. It's just,
Not the new dog, is it?
yeah. AKC registered full blood.
You gonna mix them?
Well, he's full blood too.
Wait, same breed?
Yeah, Anatolian
Oh,
Shepherd.
okay. I thought they were different.
They in their markings and stuff, they are, yes. But just like in German Shepherds, every once in a while they have a white one. Ranger was one of 2 white ones in the litter he came
Never
from.
seen a white German Shepherd.
Well, I've
You've
seen
seen
my,
Hawks,
my
Albert?
neighbor, that's all he gets are the white German Shepherds, and they seem to not like compared. I don't know if they're different from the normal German Shepherds, but he takes care of them. They're always like fed. They're always healthy. They're the most well-trained dogs I've ever seen. Like, they don't go off his property line unless you were to allow them to. They're never on a leash, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I've had a time where my little ass Sheltie dog that I had was all up in his dog's face on his dog's property talking shit, and his dog went to go after my dog because my dog was clearly going after it, though it would have got eaten. I don't know why. It got out of the house. And by the time I got down there, he was like, I've been telling my dog to hold back about 5 minutes, but and he's like, that dog sees blood, your dog's dead. I was like, you need to get your dog. And I was like, I'm sorry.
Right.
That little fucker was going after his ankles and everything, and he was just standing there like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Right. Well,
Fight the legs, huh?
my dogs
Yeah.
are familiar with little dogs, so
I had Shelties too.
yeah.
The male was AKC, but the female wasn't.
And I don't have fences on my property. Of course, I have large property, but they don't. They generally stay within our property line.
Unless they go hunting.
Well, yeah, that's. But we, as long as they don't go across the road to go hunting, we're good because they ain't gonna they ain't gonna drop off our property lines out back. You know, you know.
And my Shelties were a little bit large. Male was 35, the female was 25
I
pounds.
know. Do you hear this pour? Do you hear this begging?
Yeah,
He wants to go out.
I
He's trying
know.
to
I'm
he's saying
familiar with it.
out. He wants to go
I
out.
never heard a domestic dog howl like that.
Oh, wait till an ambulance comes around here and I'm outside. If I got access to it, the ambulance comes around or a fire truck goes off down the highway that's about 2 miles up the road. They start howling, howling.
Well, he
Yeah,
could
that's
smell.
all the dogs in my area do that.
Yeah.
My male Sheltie could smell her. She's in the cab with me, and he could smell it.
No.
And he just howling like a wolf.
You lay down now, Ranger. You lay down. It
As soon as we got home, I let him have it.
boy, lay down.
They did their thing.
He
And
laid down and got back up. He laid down and they got right back up. Go
I
lay
got
down.
$75 for each puppy.
How much?
75.
Oh,
What
that's not
breed
bad.
were they?
The male is AKC, but the female's not. So
What's AKC?
Registered breed.
Oh,
the male was in a champion line, but he was oversized, so they couldn't get full price for him. They're supposed to be like 15 pounds. He was 35, and he wasn't fat. He was just very large for a shelter. You should know that.
well, my Sheltie, I think, was a mixed breed. We got her because the old lady who had her was abusive to her.
That's the problem with mine. He was very hand shy.
I just think they're like that because the dogs are very tiny. They don't like aggression. They don't like loud noise.
Well, the person I got them from, he said that previous owner did beat him, but he acquired the female from somebody else, and they were definitely a bonded pair. When they got separated, they both died not too soon after. Which was sad. But I had no choice. I was going off to the military, so I had to. My parents took care of it for me. And they found new homes for them, and they died soon after they were separated. It's sad. They were young, but they were heartbroken. Nobody expected that. I come back, I was so upset over that.
Oh
I
shit!
love them dogs.
No, they're destroying my building. Damn it!
He's getting his ass kicked in the game.
Game?
Yeah.
I miss. Oops, that's private. Yeah.
They're not kicking my ass yet, but damn near fucking close.
Oh, it's you.
I got stuck. Come on, that's bullshit.
There you go. That's good. Better.
Right? Your house is sinking?
What?
Augie said, wow, Reagan, house sinking? No, I can't sell it. Wrong word. The insurance doesn't cover it. MYT have to be, oh, I thought that was a number. Demolished.
He's had surveyors there all day. They can't sell it. The insurance doesn't cover it, and might have to be demolished. Gutted. Ooh.
Thanks for translating it to English.
It's built on chalk. He just found out
Chalk?
instead of rock, right?
I thought chalk was something manufactured.
Yeah, I thought chalk was manufactured.
Now
And-
I've seen them move houses before.
It's expensive.
But I think he said his was like built like in like 17 or 1600s or something.
They still might be able to do it because we have a old schoolhouse that was built in the early 1800s here, and no, it was like early to mid 1800s, and
Yeah.
they put the Circle K where it's at, so the Circle K had to pay to move that schoolhouse, and they moved it over like 2 lots over, and they like the back, like the you could tell the back of the building got some damage while they were moving it, but they repaired it. It's got like all new windows, but like the core like building itself is like still there.
Oh wow.
It cost them millions, like, but they've
got
made
the-
their money back by now, easy.
I got these things for the inverter.
So that sucks, Ragged. Oh man, dude.
Yeah.
What happened? Oh, the house thing. My bad.
Yeah, the house thing, yeah.
How old is the house?
Yeah, that's what I don't know. How old's the house, Ragged?
Can't imagine somebody building a house on rock.
It might be worth having another expert look at it. You know what I mean?
Maybe you can, fortify the foundations or something like that. There's no,
Yeah.
there's got to be something you can do. Yeah.
Put some posts down into some bedrock.
Yeah, sink piers and shit like that. Yep.
Yeah, I got this up. Older. Kind of makes it hard to see. The insurance doesn't cover it. It's, I don't know, cost me millions if it was worth over 6 mil. 1786. Okay, Wizard, translate that, please.
It was over $6 million in 1786.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's one of them old mansions, like the
It's a
old badass looking ones.
mhm.
Well, shit. Yeah, it's
It's
already
probably
sinking.
bedrock
It's
down
already
there.
had its day. Yeah, that thing might. Yeah, that sounds fucked.
They found bedrock in San Francisco, so should be able
Yeah.
to find some bedrock.
Yeah, but the house has already been sitting for 200 years.
Right. Foundation experts can do just about anything.
You'd probably have to literally lift the house off the ground,
You will have to, yes.
or then reassess the foundation. And at that point, if you're lifting the house off the ground, you might as well move it. I mean, I don't know how far you're gonna move it. and if it's worth moving. But
Might have to.
No, if it's that old, I'm gonna tell you what. If it's that old, there's a historical situation involved here. So you might find some solutions for, financing it and sort of that in that nature, or getting the work done. But they could punch piers into the. I mean, they have to punch 30-foot piers in places like Louisiana and the Panhandle of Florida, Alabama. There's places that they have to go down 20, 30 feet to hit rock, and they put piers in, and that are that deep, and form them in place and that kind of deal. But that's possible. It's doable.
I bring up San Francisco because it's built on sand.
sand, though, is one of the most stable things to build on.
No, when an earthquake hits, this
It becomes its liquefaction goes bizarre. It becomes water. Becomes like water. Even clay does that. Believe it or not.
And they've had several earthquakes and the buildings haven't moved that much. So they found some bedrock somewhere.
I guess that's when you're talking earthquakes, but overall, outside of earthquakes, sand's very stable to build on. That's why a lot of
Right.
people, when that building, that residential building went down in Florida, you had all these self-proclaimed experts on YouTube like, "Oh, that's what you get for building your buildings on top of sand, Floridians, you idiot." And it's
sand is not good.
I disagree. I think it's one of the most stable things. Now, I don't know about natural disaster scenario wise, but I know as far as just overall foundation wise,
well, Florida doesn't
my
move that
years and the remodeling and what I've done, sand's very stable to build on. But that's just
Florida
guess,
don't move
my
much.
opinion.
California does, so that's the difference. And Chile is another good example of earthquakes. They had the last earthquake was 9.2, and only 2 buildings came down.
Yeah, but how much Chile? Where you gotta look at fault lines as well.
They have them all over.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
every day.
If you're all over fault lines everywhere, then and if sand's an issue with earthquakes, then yeah, you don't want to build sand obviously in those areas. Definitely not.
But
Right.
they realized they realized the issue and they fixed it.
But anyway, yeah, though it's always been my thing that you have to hit bedrock. I've always seen that when setting foundations. Generally, you have to hit clay or bedrock, one or the other. To setting even foundations for posts and stuff like that. So,
Right.
but it just tells you where your freeze lines are around here. But for the most part, yeah, you have to hit bedrock, and that's where your piers go. That's where your best foundations come from.
I have a question for Reagan. If you're on a cliff, what holds the cliff up there?
The cliff until it slides.
Yeah, it sounds like chalk would just crumble. There's got to be some bedrock. Well, that's good. Antiques.
Right, waiting for the auctions to reopen. Wow. That's sad, though, that you have to sell off the stuff. I know.
Yeah.
A lot of family memories, heirlooms, stuff like that, probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Reagan,
Story.
I have hope that everything comes out okay.
Here we go and pray. Help a friend out where we can.
You know what? Yeah.
Hey, Canoes. I said Canoes. I don't know.
Hey, Canoes, buddy. How you doing? And Cyberdelia, how you doing?
Yeah, it's Canoes. I had to squint a little bit to try to see it on the glasses.
I'm just, oh man, I gotta let the puppies out. So, and I don't.
Don't let Ranger out.
Well, no, Janice is already back at the cabin, and that's where he'll probably spend the rest of his night.
Sleeping outside.
Oh, my bubbers. He's just like, please, Dad, let me outside. I'm going crazy. Or no. He'll camp outside Randy's cabin all night. That's where he'll be. So, good night, Ranger. I gotta let him out because the other dog's got to
Bye,
go out.
Ranger.
All right.
Oh, great. Now I'm attracting bugs in here. That good light. Solar. I'm only using one solar panel right now. I have to get some more cable for the other solar panel. Normally I'm using two rigid panels at 100 watts each. But right now I'm using 100-watt portable, and it's working out a lot better. The one corner of the solar panel is blocked by a tarp. Seems to work okay though. They're putting out 21 volts. At least was today. My system is 12 volts, so a PWM is dropping it down to 12 volts. Well, actually 14. But I need to update the cables. I want to put these into this.
What is this?
This is a Anderson connection. You can't get these reversed on the polarity. You just go like this, plug it in. The negative and positive do not switch like they do on the SAE. Right now I'm using SAE and I have smoked wires.
I'll be right back.
So I'm switching over to Anderson. And the batteries themselves are going to be plugged into this. This is just a circuit board to parallel the batteries. And I can put two batteries here, two batteries here, two batteries here, two batteries here, two here. And on
Oh,
this
so you
end,
can draw more power.
this end has an
Or store more.
XT90. Here's the XT90. You plug it in here, or this end. Because there's two connections here. See, one goes on soldered to the surface of the circuit board, and the other one I use the wires. That's so you can extend it. I'm going to do two. I actually have 4 of them, but I'm just going to do 2 of them and have 20 batteries.
How much do you
12
power with
volts.
that?
Well, each battery is 12 volts, 280 amp. No, 280 watt hours. I'm going to have around 6 kilowatt hours when I get done. That'd be a lot of power for the shed. I probably don't need that much. 5 will probably do.
I've been looking
Inverter.
a lot into hydro dams lately, like the
Hydro is the best.
that's what it seems like.
You can have a small hydro generator about this big. and just drop it in the water. It's called water lily, and it'll produce enough power to run your house. Hydro is so efficient. And I live in an area that has lots of dams. And I toured two of the dams. They're only running one generator. Out of 12 generators, they're only running one. And now that we have a lot of wind power generators, they run them less. Because, they're all on the same company, basically. It's a PUD type thing. But they're all Portland General Electric and Pacific Power, what we have out here. And they're all owned by the same company. So they are running these wind power generators instead of the hydro, which is really stupid.
Didn't JFK have these blueprints he was pushing through Congress that somebody gave him to build these hydraulic pump generators out on the coast of Maine? Or it was like somewhere out there on the East Coast, and I think it was going to power the whole state of Maine.
I don't know, but a small diversion to a hydro generator can run a whole subdivision. Just a tiny one.
Yeah, when I start looking for property one day, if it's not all, well, even though it's bought up, people still hopefully sell. I want to get one that has a nice like stream or like river or something,
Yeah.
But my friend was also telling me there's laws on that. Like, you got to make sure you're able to like.
Here, I'm not close to a water source at all. But back in Wyoming, we have one that's probably about 20 miles from where we need the power. So it's kind of costly.
We're surrounded by water in Ohio. But from what I read about my area in Ohio, it used to be all mostly swamplands, and then the Irish settlers that came and drained the area.
You like it?
No, I.
All right, I'm gonna tag out though because it's midnight. Y'all take care.
You leaving UFL?
Yeah, I'm gonna hop out because it's midnight.
Well, thanks for coming up.
Appreciate you guys having me in. Tell Wizard I said talk to you later.
Okay, we'll
He's
do.
off with the pups now. All right, I'll see you guys later. Good night.
Night. I didn't get to say hi to Nightingale. Hi, Nightingale. If Lisa's still there, hello.
All right, sorry about that.
Hey, Canute.
I'm just about ready to sit down. I'll be right back.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Did y'all see Governor Abbott said that he's going to bus back his illegals to DC?
Yeah, I saw that too. That's interesting. I wonder
That's
how that's going to
awesome.
work.
Well, I hope someone keeps it followed up because, you hear about it. It sounds great. But I want to see what happens if it actually happens.
Right? If it actually takes place, right? Right. Interesting.
Yeah, Ragged, I would see about building another house there. It sounds beautiful. And if you have 2 acres left, um, if you would have to tear the house down, is there, okay, you could still build on those acres. Is that part of the ground safe, not sinking? I don't know if that made any sense, but
Okay, I'm back.
if it's a stone house, I'm not sure what it's made out of. Around here, when they tear down old barns and houses, they sell the rock and everything really good prices. And the old barn boards and everything, that goes really good too. So I don't know if you guys, do anything like that around there, but people make a lot of money off their old houses.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. Um, you know, I mean, he's obviously, yeah,
Still have 13.
never have a house on a cliff.
Mhm.
Me either. I don't think I ever will. I wouldn't feel
Sorry,
comfortable.
sorry about all that, guys. Me being away, but had to manage the puppies and then bring in the spiced tomatoes because it's supposed to get real close to freezing tonight.
Oh, same. Well, not today. It's Sunday. They're talking rain, snow mix.
But yeah, that's time for pie.
And we were over 70 today.
Oh wow.
That
Yeah,
was some real nice weather.
we got up to 50, 51 maybe, but wind hit you and it felt like it was 39, 35.
It was awesome here today.
Oh,
But
it's horrible.
Sunday they're talking rain and snow.
I'm talking pie. Peach pie.
I wish you would announce that one. Not here.
Well, it's always right around this time. You always hear at that time.
Yeah. Oh, you see this? I'm going to put some Anderson connectors
Mm.
for the batteries.
Oh, cool.
You can't reverse polarity of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you do it on purpose.
Mm.
I've been using SAE, and I have burnt so many wires.
Exactly, Ragged. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's a historical society, preservation society. I mean, you got plenty of society stuff to study the historical value of the home.
Hey guys, what's up?
Preserve that history. Yep. They're going to preserve that history.
This is why I'm going to Anderson Connection. that mess.
Hey, Canoes.
What's up?
Oh, peach pie, buddy. Mm.
And these are the same way. Yeah, you can't reverse these.
You know, I actually have the caramel sauce here. I'm going to put some caramel sauce in my peach pie.
I have caramel sauce, sugar free.
Yeah, good. I'm eating. Wow.
Yeah, unlike me, you can't have as much. You have to have more sugar than I do.
Mm.
You're hypoglycemic, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, borderline.
Yeah, I worked with a lady that was diabetic, and she was hypoglycemic, so she had to have sugar, which is kind of odd for diabetic. But her sugar tended to run low,
Mm.
so mine was high.
Pie is the answer. Once again. Mm. That's okay. You can criticize me all you like. I'm going to eat my pie. And I'm going to love my pie.
I'll have my beer.
Mm-hmm. You do that.
I got to go soon. It's after 9, almost 9:30. I got another work day.
Oh, really? Yeah, that happens. But yeah, I understand that completely, man. If you got to go, you got to go. How
I'll
you
still
doing,
be,
Canoes?
if I got to go, I'll still be in the chat. I just won't be online. I'm on screen.
On screen. Okay.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Well, you take care. I'll talk to you in the chat.
And I got to wire these guys up. You ever seen these
Oh,
pouch
man.
trays before?
That looks good, Wiz.
It is. I'm looking at. I'm looking at off the sides of the bowls and stuff. This caramel sauce is awesome.
Walmart. That's Walmart.
Probably.
Isn't it?
They probably sell it at Walmart. Yeah.
I've had the Walmart pies before. Pretty decent.
Yeah. Now this was probably like Aldi's or something. This caramel sauce. Mm.
I had some caramel sauce from one of the jam makers. Can't remember which one it is. It's in the house.
Bring your lugging gear.
That's chicken.
And caramel sauce.
Hey, you ever seen the KFC logo with Colonel Sanders and the bow tie?
Yeah.
Well, somebody said you'll never look at Colonel Sanders the same way. And he said, it looks like a stick figure with a big head.
Right.
So I looked at it like, oh my God.
Right. Yeah, I've actually seen that. Yeah. Mm.
See, with this, I can take the XT90, solder it on there, and go to the next one. That's what this is doing. There's the XT90 go on the circuit board. Then this one plugs into it and mounts to the other. So I can,
Yeah, Ragged, I think the biggest thing, the only thing from this world we can count on
death
is that
attacks.
things will change. Things will change. How they change is up to us. How we deal with the change is all we can do. And if we don't deal with the change, we get what comes. If we deal with the
Yeah,
change,
I'm sure you'll sort it out, Reagan.
yeah. The Chinese have a proverb: chaos.
Reagan, you seem like an intelligent person, so I think you'll figure it out.
Okay, okay. Thought you were leaving, battery.
My sweet tooth is not gone.
I'm not done either. Mm.
My doctor has strictly restricted me.
Can't rely on Christian water.
Well, I got to start taking this roof down.
I thought you were leaving.
Yeah, I got to finish my beer.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, okay.
And it's not 9:30 yet. I can go to bed at 10 and still get some good night's sleep.
Miss Miriam's been stoned off her ass since she got the bears.
Oh, Mariam. Give me
Butter
some.
muffins, quesadillas, mild toast. She's trashed.
Smile toast. What the heck is smile toast?
Mild toast is too strong.
I have no idea what that is.
Good night, battery.
Are you going to make me leave?
Yeah. You don't know what mild toast is. You've been here this long. We keep talking about Bear and all his stuff he's ever made. And he brings up smile toast every time he talks about it.
I've never heard of it.
Okay. Never mind. No, I'm not going to explain it to you then.
Man, I'll
But you
never
won't
know.
remember it.
Oh, I'd remember it if I had heard it.
Oh, okay. All right. But anyway, the
Special
Jazz
button.
to kick my ass, though, she says. Rock on. Oh, man. Fire in the bowl.
Wow, Reagan, I guess it's a good thing then.
Oh, hell
Hey,
yeah.
Florida. Florida's in the house.
Hey, Florida. Yeah, Bear says his internet's down. Wow.
That's sold.
They're probably fucking with him again. Because he won't let up.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, I'm taking off.
No, you're not.
Well,
Don't boss me.
powers on the internet took me down a couple of times too.
But have you seen have you seen any sign of Freya?
Yeah,
Is she still returning to her box every night?
yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
But I haven't seen her tonight, so I'm a little concerned, but it's rainy and cold.
That's probably because she went to her box early when it got rainy and cold.
Yeah, now she's out and about probably. But
Oh,
she
no.
comes back. What?
You were saying she's out what?
She's probably out and about. She probably came in and got dried off and left, but I haven't seen her. But, you know, what am I going to do? She's going to
Out
come
making
and go.
friends.
Huh?
She's out making friends.
Yeah, there's a squirrel out here that keeps coming back. So she might be on a date tonight.
Yeah, she might be on a date tonight. Is that how it
She's
works for squirrels?
She's working on my grandbabies.
I bet she is.
But she's not a slut.
No.
She's a good girl.
Perpetuate the species.
So, yeah, I just was wondering about that. So,
Yeah.
I bet you she's not out and about. I bet she's like trying to figure out how to get in that house.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'd like to see some pictures too. Ragged.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I finally got me a heavy duty crimper. But I could just pour solder into it. Yeah, it's a sealed cup. When I crimp it, it might put wings out too far that won't go into the Anderson. Did you see that? Oh, Florida.
Yeah, I'm heating up some water for some hot cocoa because it's getting cold tonight.
Yeah, I thought it would get cold tonight here because it was clear sky, but it's still warm.
Battery, that's a Chinese circumcision tool.
Ah!
Oh, man. Fire in the bowl. That's right.
Different sizes too, so I can switch that down to a smaller size for the Chinese.
Yeah, I'm really interested in seeing some pictures of that too, Raggy. I would love to see some pictures of that old house.
It doesn't. They don't go big enough to circumcise humans. I mean, Americans.
Thus the joke, Battery, that it's for Chinese guys.
Yeah, it's not big
Little
enough.
wangs. Yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you soon.
Well,
I'll see you in chat, man.
yeah.
Bye, battery.
I
But yeah, I'm actually quite interested. He said it's a big house and it's on the cliff of Dover. I can't imagine it's not a super historic site, you know. Uncle Barry.
Yeah, I think Florida's having connection issues.
Right. Yeah, I think Uncle Barry just hit a wrong button or something. But yeah, I'd love to see the house. Actually, I wonder if there's already pictures of it somewhere on the internet. 'Cause I'm sure it's got some history behind it.
Well, it's listed with the organization called Historic England, and it'll be in the records whether or not they actually have a picture of it. You have to search it down.
Yeah, because that's I can't see them wanting to have it dismantled. I mean, or
Well,
moved or destroyed. You know what I'm saying?
they have different kind of health and safety codes over there.
I know. Yeah.
But I can understand what he's saying as far as the subsidence goes, because if he's near Dover with that, same kind of landscape, I mean, you look at those cliffs and it's just
Right.
nothing but hundreds and hundreds of feet of chalk.
I
There's
know.
no accessible bedrock. And after time, you put a house down for 300 years, it's going to crush that chalk.
Right. He says he's sure it's haunted. My aunt won't leave me alone. We have different laws here. Yeah. And it's built out of granite. Wow.
It sounds like a perfect place to film like a horror movie. It's all gothic and everything.
Right. He says it's very gothic and it's got. I remember. Did he say it had? Reagan, did you say you had like golems and
Gargoyles.
gargoyles and
Yeah, I
golems,
think
stuff
he
like
said
that?
he did. Oh.
That's badass. I'd love to see a picture of it.
Cherubs and gargoyles, yeah.
Oh wow. Your aunt was very strange, huh? Yeah.
There he is.
Hey, Florida.
No shit, man.
Hooking it up this time. You got it through.
I get a better signal here than I do over there, apparently.
That's crazy.
Man, I can't believe that shit. You know how long I spent trying to get a signal in this fucking.
Oh wow.
Sometimes if you think, well, maybe if it sits in this spot, the signal will get better. And the best signal's over there.
Right.
It's not here.
It's not over there.
Hey, I made it. I made it. I'm afraid to hit the chat here. Let me try that. Holy cow, man. I can see the chat.
Yeah. You thought so. So how was your day, Florida?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
What'd you do today?
Oh, man. When? Sheesh. We fed this turkey, man. We've been baiting him up. And but it was the funniest thing happened today, man. Oh, I had this on a I don't have it right now because I'm drilling the hole out. But I had this on a hold on here. I had my finger right.
Oh God.
I had a piece of all thread, right, about sticking that far out of it, you know. So I take it over there to mom's in the car, right, and it's still wet. So I stuck it in the vent, right, and it's sticking out of the dashboard, right, and it's pointing at the passenger seat, right.
Right.
It looks like it's pointing at the seat.
Right.
So I crossed the train tracks over here, and I said, "Damn, looks like the police over there sitting over there, right?" And I said, "Damn, looks like the police are turning in right behind me." So, so I turned to the right, which is like a bad area too, you know. And I said, "Damn, police, look like police turning behind me, right?" So when I turned, this thing was sticking out. It swung over because the vent, the way it's in the vent, it's like a round. So when I turned, it went.
Right.
It was pointing at me. It just looked funny sticking out of the dashboard. And it was pointing at me, right? And I'm looking at the police. I said, "No, no, no, hell, look, I'm start pointing at me. Better put your ass back over there." So
Oh.
I'm telling mom about it, right? And I'm telling her what I'm thinking. Yeah, don't you be pointing at me. And I'm thinking, what am I going to say when I get pulled over? You know?
Right.
And that's what I said. You know, the only thing that would even work would be the truth. That's the only thing that would make any sense.
Right.
And she goes, "Don't be paranoid, you know, just driving, you know." I says, "Hold on a second. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. I'm going to just get paranoid all of a sudden out of the blue because why?" Somebody might see my eyes are red. I mean, I don't understand why I'm supposed to be paranoid to
Right.
have to be warned to not be paranoid, you know?
Well, you know, you are one of those horrible white males.
You know, I have had to straighten other people's accusations against me about paranoid more than any other thing. And I know what paranoid is. I know what that
What was
is. I know what it is. I know what it's not, you know.
Right. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, you know what? I still have some honey butter. I'll be right back.
Oh, I talked to Bear, man. They fucked his internet, and they fucked it over, which sucks. I don't know jack shit about this stuff, really, so I wouldn't know what I was doing. I can't believe I get a better signal right there. That whole time,
Oh, wow.
I'm disappointed in myself. I says, "Mom, You mean like all that time in the 80s and 90s? I wasn't paranoid then either. But she didn't never know I smoked it, so I couldn't believe it. I said, "You really didn't know that I smoked weed?" Most people, you can tell. Fireball.
I was still making my hot tea with the honey butter. I'm melting the
Man,
honey
the way
butter.
you come out of
my
the
hot
way you
cocoa.
popped up like a stalker, man, that was scary.
I know, right? Makes you a little paranoid, huh?
Like paranoid. Let me. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Is it paranoid me being startled, or paranoid that
The
you're
dealing
after
of
me? You're
manufactured outcome scenario.
paranoid about the outcome. That's fucking life, man. There's gonna be an outcome either way, no matter if you like it or not. No
Right.
matter if it's rolling over you, under you.
But if you're doing something wrong and you got a guilty conscience, yeah, you could get.
That's what paranoia is.
Yeah. You got a guilty conscience, you know you're guilty of something. And you're worried everybody else is gonna figure it out.
Well, I've atoned for all of my sins, I believe. But I was kind of paranoid that somebody would see a finger sticking out of the dashboard and so I was thinking that, though. I was thinking, man, that's so obvious, a fingers, because it was pointing at the passenger seat. Well, almost like an accusation. It's what it felt like.
Oh, Ragged, you have no yeah, you have no idea what fucked up family is. So they won't let you into a college because your family's so fucked up.
Hey, Huckleberry. Man, they put me in a mental evaluation unit, and that was one of the things that got me in there, that I wore black clothes every day. That was one of the things they said when they were talking about the reasons why I was there.
Ooh, hot honey butter cocoa. Oh my God, this is good.
I had a head injury, man, and now I think that could explain a little bit.
Hey, Huckleberry, hit that link. You join us for the last 10 minutes. Come on, you can do it.
If I can stream from right here, man, I'll go live, and then. But
Oh, that's Canoes wants it. Canoes, would you want to hang on?
No, not really. To be honest,
Even if Huckleberry comes up.
no, dude, I have not been feeling well the last couple of days, and I'm just not up to it, man. Come on.
You got it,
So-
man. No problem. No problem.
I don't know what it was. A couple of days ago, I think I gave myself some more food poisoning.
Oh my
And
God.
I was
I must
puking,
not be reading all of them.
shitting my brains out for like a day and a half, and all
Oh my
that
God.
puking screwed up all my abdominal muscles. So I'm like really sore. I wasn't able to sleep at all yesterday because of it.
You been able to soak in the tub or anything?
Tub is out of order.
I know, but you could heat up hot water on the stove.
The drain's out of order.
I
can't
can't
put
hear
any water
canoes. That's
into it.
what's happening.
Oh wow. Right. Oh wow. Oh geez.
That's what's happening. I can't hear canoes, man. That sucks, man. I'm sorry, buddy. I wasn't ignoring you. I couldn't hear you.
Hang on. I'll refresh.
That's not
And
good.
so I was trying to look at the
Florida has
chat.
to refresh.
Me? You want me to?
Hold on. He's going to refresh and see if it works, but it's most likely you that has to refresh.
I'm open for any suggestion.
Can you hear me now, Florida?
Can you hear him now, Florida?
Check, check, check.
You have to refresh, Florida.
I'll refresh. And then I'm gonna also trying to circle back, and see if anybody's behind me.
Well, good luck, Patriot. Yeah, I'm just like, dude, I didn't get much done today. It was so stupid. It said it was 50 degrees out, dude, but the wind kicked up and felt like it's 35,
Yep.
you know? It was bad. So, felt the barometer changing in my shoulder. My hands were hurting. I was like, fuck this. You know what I mean? I got the animals taken care of and all that jazz, but yeah, I was not in any mood to get anything done. I came in here, got something to eat, got warm, and passed out. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I haven't done anything at all in the last like 4 days. So
Right. The cold just saps you. It just saps the energy right out of your body. So rough. Tomorrow's only supposed to be a high of 44 with the high winds. And I'm like, yeah, that's not going to happen. So, good night, Huckleberry. Sweet dreams, my Huckleberry.
yeah, good night, Hawk.
Yeah. We'll see you tomorrow night. God bless you. Keep you. I say a prayer for you. But we gotta say a prayer for Ragged in his dying house.
Yeah.
Ragged, you're not jumping off that cliff. Good grief. Yeah. Facing adversity, you'll be the hero of the family, saving the estate. Yeah, you're gonna be fine. All right, guys. Well, I'm good. If you're good, man.
Yeah. Each
I'm gonna
time.
I'm gonna take a couple of naproxen, and they kick in. I'm asleep. I'm done because
Yeah.
my shoulder's kicking it, hurting bad today.
So thanks everybody for dropping in. And we'll catch you on the flip side.
Yes, thank each and every one of you, each and every day. God bless you. Dream well, Patriots. We'll see you tomorrow.
Peace out.